Now, what about the people who are not Muslims? Can they be considered as muttaqi? The answer is, according to these verses, possibly yes, because they believe in whatever has been revealed. However, without the component of believing in whatever has been revealed to you, O Muhammad. They keep up the salah and they give the alms. The salah for them is that connection with Allah in whatever way they are connected to Allah, because salah in its original postulation means a spiritual connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we can say yes, possibly the non-Muslims can be seen as muttaqi. However, by the definition provided by the third verse, and those who believe in what has been revealed unto you, if that is being taken as a definition of muttaqi, then obviously it is only addressing the Muslims, this verse. Now going further into the meaning of taqwa and muttaqi, if quwa means to strengthen, to fortify, what it really means is that the person's mind and conscience is guarded against anything that is unbefitting and anything that is unsubstantiated. So the person in the state of piety is one who is constantly removing obstacles within themselves and guarding their conscience and their heart from anything that is inconsistent with Allah's good pleasure. An example comes to mind that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about waswasa, at times we are enraged at the gesture that somebody makes or a thought that we get, and we interact with it immediately, and then we talk in a way unbefitting, and then we become mindful and say that was wrong. At other instances, we find that there is an invitation to that which is less than pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let us say an invitation to respond in a like manner to somebody who abuses us. But before we respond, we ask ourselves that, well, what is the point of responding in a like manner? Why should I get angry? Why should I interact with this situation in a manner that the other person would want me to, or in a manner that is displeasing to God? This is known as fortifying our conscience, fortifying our heart, that impetus that is coming from outside is being checked before it is allowed inside the mind or the heart. So that is taqwa at the level of the emotions within the heart. But there is also another meaning of taqwa, and that is the ideas that are within our minds, that shape our worldview, that form our understanding of our own purpose, and then determine our interaction with the world at large. Here what taqwa would mean, that any idea that is inconsistent with the message of God of liberation and growth should be dispelled from the mind, or checked, or not be allowed within the mind, or to be checked before it is allowed within the mind. So if there is a theology which states that there is a class distinction within Islam, then immediately that seems to be strange to the mind when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us all as equal, and it becomes inconsistent with the Quran altogether to allow such an idea within the mind. And if such an idea is within the mind, that salvation is only for a certain class of people within Islam, or a certain sect of Islam, or a certain religion within humanity, then we ask at the core of our beings, if we are God-centric and we are understanding that we have to stand in front of God and be accountable, and that forms our moral compass, and we are spiritual beings, then the meaning of salvation is to arrive at the fullness of our humanity and godliness. Then why should there be this bias? So taqwa at the level of the intellect means to check every idea before it is allowed inside the mind, and to remove every idea which is restrictive. So taqwa in the rightest sense means a state of being guarded against anything that is a hindrance and an impediment to the fullest growth and fullest revelation of our potential from within.
واجعله لنا إماما